In Part 6, you must detail all the goods and services rendered for which payment is sought, including date, code, provider, quantity, and measure. The cost of each intervention is not entered in Part 6. Please note, although they can be entered, do not use MIG block billing codes in Part 6. First, enter the date services were rendered. All dates that the applicant attended for treatment should be listed. Dates can be entered manually or selected using the calendar drop-down tool. Next, enter the intervention code by typing it directly into the field under Code, or use the code search utility by clicking the ellipses button next to the code field. The Search Goods and Services Codes window opens. Select either CCI or GAP. CCI, or the Canadian Classification of Interventions, are international standard codes for health interventions. GAP, or Goods Administration and Other Codes, were developed by the Insurance Bureau of Canada with help from auto insurers and healthcare providers, and can be used for services that are not well reflected in the CCI, such as administrative services such as travel time and mileage, or health provider-initiated examinations or insurer-initiated examinations. Once you have selected CCI or GAP, you can select the section, intervention, and group using the drop-down menus. Click on the Search button and then click on the Add button to add the applicable code. In addition to CCI codes, healthcare services can be further specified by attribute codes. These codes are used to indicate how the service was delivered, such as the number of views in an X-ray study. The absence of attribute codes means that the service was rendered directly in person to one individual by one individual provider and required continuous attendance. Refer to Appendix B for more information about attributes. To select the provider who delivered care, click on the ellipses button to open the Select a Provider window. Use the drop-down menu to select the provider's name. Use the Profession drop-down menu to select the applicable profession if they have more than one assigned in HCI. If the provider has a default hourly rate assigned, that figure will also appear. If more than one provider delivered care, list only the one who was most responsible for each visit and that is listed on the invoice. To insert one provider for multiple line items, complete all fields except for provider reference. Check the box to the left of each completed line item. Click the Apply Providers button and select the name of the providers from the drop-down list. Enter the quantity and unit measure of service that will be provided during a single treatment visit or session. For example, 15 minutes equals 0.25 HR. 1 procedure equals 1 PR. 1 good, such as a back support, equals 1 GD. 10 kilometers equals 10 km. And 1 session equals 1 SN. Be sure to use the correct unit measure that corresponds to the service described. For more information on entering quantities and unit measures, refer to the OCF-21C user manual. To add lines for additional goods and/or services, select the number of lines you wish to add using the Add More Items drop-down list, then click the Go button.